Hey, my name is Stix and welcome back to your weekly Gacha recap, a video series where I go over the latest news, drama, pre-registrations, beta tests, everything that happened in the Gacha genre over the course of the last week that interested me. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that little bell notification, that way you're made up to date with every single thing that I post, and I post daily. And with Wuthering Waves right around the corner, I'm going to be posting several guides that you should be on the lookout for if you want to start Wuthering Waves off right. With that out of the way, we have a lot to talk about, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. Let's start this off with Wuthering Waves, which we just discussed. Navigating on over to their official website, you'll notice that there are 29,681,707 pre-registrations. Just 300,000 more people, and we will reach 30 million. This is an absolutely astronomical number that very few people expected to see. I've been hyping up this game for so long. I have a wonderful working relationship with Kudo. They are incredibly generous, passionate people. I cannot wait to see the success that Wuthering Waves achieves. I cannot wait to play this and stream it when it launches. Solo Leveling Arise has officially launched globally. I'm actually streaming this today. If you want to come on over and stop by, check it out with me. I stream every day at roughly noon EST on Friday and Saturday. You can watch me fail, I guess, to obtain any SSR characters live. We also have a few different coupons to redeem if you're interested. Stellar Blade has been absolutely dominating since it released, so it's no shock that Shift Up, the studio behind both Stellar Blade and Nikke, confirmed that they would be featuring a crossover collaborative event between the two games. Eve, Lily, Raven, and Taki will appear in Nikke, and Stellar Blade is going to feature certain Nikke outfits, and dude, I cannot wait. Speaking of Nikke, do not forget to log in and participate in the Last Kingdom event featuring Crown. I actually MLB'd her just like 2 days ago. The Story 2 hard mode just opened, and this is your final week in theory to obtain all the goodies that come with the event. Secret Blade, not to be confused with Stellar Blade, has rolled out into early access. This is a very cultured gacha game, as in targeting an above a certain age demographic, so it's probably advisable that you do not play this around other people. You have been warned. This is supposedly a turn-based tactical RPG, not that it really matters. In news that has surprised pretty much everyone, Outerplane is still somehow going, celebrating their very first anniversary. From what I've read online, the anniversary event is not very good, and they have not been very generous with their rewards, but there is a reason why this game is not very popular. Now, before we delve any deeper into this video, allow me to thank my incredible patrons over on Patreon. Your guys' support is why I can continue to make videos like this every single month, and I deeply appreciate you all being there for me. CounterSide has announced their end of service, finally shutting down in the C region. Anyway, thankfully, it is still possible for Southeast Asian players to retain their character and account data by transferring everything over to the global server. However, be warned, you do have a limited amount of time to do this transfer, so make sure you act now while it is still currently available to do so. Final Gear, the Mecha Waifu Gacha, has officially shut down as of May 7, 2024. There is no offline version planned. There is no way to replay any of the content or continue to play this game after it goes offline, unfortunately. I never played the game myself, but I have heard of several people that have. War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius made an important announcement earlier this week. In an active effort to prioritize Japanese voiceovers, they're ending English voiceovers. That doesn't mean that English voiceovers will change, only that future voiceovers will no longer be in English, which means that the game is likely doing pretty badly and they need to save money somehow. This is like what Ethergazer did. This is like what Snowbreak did. Gakuen Idolmaster confirmed via their official YouTube channel that the game would be releasing on May 16th, 2024. This is, I believe, the same developer behind iDOLM Pride. Blue Archive had a main story announcement. The first half of main story volume 5, Hyakuryoran chapter 1, Like the Flower That Wishes to Bloom, is coming soon. Episode 1 through episode 13, which is great news for us story fans. Fate Grand Order has confirmed that they're going to be present at the Anime Expo on July 6th in celebration of their 7-year anniversary. God damn, this game has been online for a long time. They'll also be discussing other Type Moon projects at their panel, which could be really fun. Neural Cloud is holding a massive Steins Gate collab coming at some point in May 2024. It's unconfirmed when specifically at present, but given we're already 11 days through it, it can't be far off. And I love the Steins Gate anime, so this could be a lot of fun to do. A new update on the Chinese server for Arknights has caused quite the stir, as supposedly the developer accidentally, and I don't know how this happens, but accidentally deleted 3,000 lines of code, making the game impossible to play. This is actually kind of funny though. Yeah, I'm glad Global didn't have this issue. But will we? Millenium Tour Elf has officially launched in Taiwan and Hong Kong and is therefore playable if you're interested. You can download the game via Ku app. This is a game that I've been waiting to try out, and I guess I will next week before Wuthering Waves launches, because at that point there isn't a single gacha game I'm gonna want to try out for like the entire first week of Wuthering Waves' launch. Azur Lane data miners found out something kind of interesting today. There was code found mentioning PC client, Steam, and Nintendo. With the anniversary coming up and Azure Premier launching theoretically soon and fully cross-platform, could Azur Lane finally be releasing outside of mobile? I guess I'll have a dedicated video up discussing this later in the week. Crunchyroll has confirmed, for anyone that actually cares about Crunchyroll games, that a brand new live emotion mobile game is in development after being inspired from the Uta-no Prince Sama anime series. The game launches in Japan next month on June 12th, with pre-registrations open and available. Now, if any of you are still here after puking at the thought of yet another Crunchyroll game, then Snowbreak has taken things even further after seeing the success the new direction of the game has garnered. On the one hand, they've confirmed that they would potentially be rewriting the entire first 10 story chapters of the game, making it a little bit, in their words, spicier. This sounds good to me because the story was honestly one of the weaker aspects of the game. I do wonder though, with their note of it being a little spicier, does that mean they plan on degeneratifying it to match more with the cultured version of the game that we have now? Snowbreak also managed to hit the #2 spot on the Chinese App Store in terms of new downloads, which kind of goes to show that Chinese players are just as horny as Western players. Shocking, I know. And finally, yes, we're still discussing Snowbreak at this point. There was there was a screenshot where a player went on to ask if devs would optimize the foot model, to which one of the developers responded with, "We're trying now." Yeah, we know where their priorities lie. In the right place. Much like Wuthering Waves' monolithic success in terms of pre-registered players, Zenless Zone Zero has confirmed an overwhelming 34,916,994 pre-registered players as of May 11, 2024. We're 84,000 players away from hitting 35 million, one of the most pre-registered for gacha games in history. These two games alone are going to drive players into bankruptcy. Girls Frontline confirmed their Ghost in the Shell standalone Complex 2045 collab will be rolling out on May 14th, just a few days from today. As a fan of Ghost in the Shell myself, this almost makes me want to play the game just for the event alone. And that's everything. An end to this week's Gacha recap. If none of this is of any interest to you though, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now. Might be more after rally.